Once upon a time, deep within a mystical forest filled with enchanted trees and hidden secrets, there lived two siblings named Hansel and Gretel. They were brave and clever, always exploring the woods that bordered their small cottage. The forest, with its tall, ancient trees and shimmering streams, was a place of wonder for the children, but it was also a place of mystery, filled with tales of magical creatures and hidden dangers. One bright morning, Hansel and Gretel decided to venture deeper into the forest than they ever had before. They packed a small basket with bread, fruits, and water and set off, their hearts full of excitement and curiosity. As they walked, the sunlight filtered through the canopy above, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. Birds sang sweetly from the treetops, and a gentle breeze whispered through the leaves. After several hours of wandering, Hansel and Gretel found themselves in a part of the forest they had never seen before. The trees here were taller, their branches twisted into intricate patterns, and the air was filled with the soft hum of magic. Intrigued, the siblings continued on, their senses alert to the strange and beautiful world around them. As they rounded a bend in the path, they came upon something extraordinary. A small, enchanting cottage made entirely of sweets. The walls were made of gingerbread, the roof was covered in colorful candies, and the windows were framed with licorice. It was the most delightful thing Hansel and Gretel had ever seen, and their mouths watered at the sight. "Look, Gretel," Hansel exclaimed, pointing at the candy-covered roof. "It's like something out of a fairy tale." Gretel nodded, her eyes wide with wonder. "Do you think it's real? Can we try some?" Unable to resist the temptation, the siblings approached the cottage. Hansel carefully broke off a piece of gingerbread from the wall, and Gretel plucked a candy from the roof. The sweets were delicious, sweeter than anything they had ever tasted. As they munched happily, they heard a soft, melodic voice from behind them. "Ah, my little darlings, welcome to my home." Startled, Hansel and Gretel turned around to see a woman standing in the doorway of the cottage. She was old, with kind eyes that sparkled like stars and a warm smile that made the children feel at ease. Her clothes were woven from the finest silks, and her long, silver hair shimmered in the sunlight. "Don't be afraid," the woman said gently. "I am Matilda, the keeper of this magical forest. You are welcome to enjoy as many sweets as you like, but come inside first, and let me offer you something warm to drink." Hansel and Gretel hesitated for a moment, but Matilda's kind demeanor reassured them. They followed her inside, where the cottage was even more magical. The walls glittered with enchanted symbols, and a warm fire crackled in the hearth. The air was filled with the scent of freshly baked cookies and spiced tea. Matilda invited the children to sit at a cozy table, and she served them cups of hot chocolate topped with whipped cream and sprinkles. As they sipped their drinks, Hansel and Gretel felt a sense of peace and happiness wash over them. The old woman's home was so warm and inviting. It felt like a dream. But beneath the surface of this enchanting scene, something strange was happening. Matilda watched the children carefully, her kind eyes hiding a secret. For while she seemed to be a sweet and gentle old woman, she was actually a powerful sorceress who had lived in the forest for centuries. Her magic kept her young, and she had used her enchanted cottage to lure unsuspecting travelers into her home. But Matilda wasn't an evil, which she was simply lonely. Over the years, she had grown tired of living alone in the forest, and she longed for company. When she saw Hansel and Gretel, she was touched by their bond and their courage. She decided she didn't want to harm them. Instead, she wanted to help them on their journey. After the children had finished their hot chocolate, Matilda spoke softly. "I see that you are brave and adventurous, my dears, but the forest is full of dangers. and it is easy to get lost. If you wish, I can give you something to help guide you through the magical paths and keep you safe." Hansel and Gretel looked at each other, surprised by her offer. "What do you mean?" Gretel asked. Matilda reached into her pocket and pulled out two small, glowing stones, one blue and one green. "These are enchanted stones," she explained. "The blue stone will light your way, and the green stone will protect you from harm. Keep them close, and they will guide you safely through the forest." The children accepted the stones gratefully, their hearts filled with wonder and gratitude. Matilda smiled warmly at them and gave them one final piece of advice. "Remember, little ones, the magic of the forest can be both beautiful and dangerous. Trust in your courage and each other, and you will find your way home." With that, Matilda bid them farewell, and Hansel and Gretel continued on their journey, the enchanted stones glowing softly in their hands. As they walked through the forest, the blue stone lit up the darkest paths, while the green stone kept them safe from hidden dangers. After many more adventures, escaping from mischievous forest sprites, outsmarting a tricky fox, and even helping a family of talking rabbits, they finally found their way back to their familiar woods. The magical forest had tested them, but with Matilda's help and their own bravery, they had come through stronger than ever. When they returned home to their little cottage, Hansel and Gretel couldn't wait to tell their parents about their journey through the magical forest and the kind sorceress who had helped them. And though they never saw Matilda again, they knew that she was watching over them, keeping the magic of the forest alive. From that day on, Hansel and Gretel's dreams were filled with the wonders of the enchanted forest, and they knew that no matter how far they ventured, they would always find their way home.